Okay, Miss Olayemi, the other question that I have is, what advice do you have for those people who are not properly protected?
That's a very fantastic and brilliant question. I would just say it in a simple term that they are sitting on a time bomb. Especially for people that come from Africa, their system is quite different from people in the United States. In Africa, many people have their you work for your money. After you have worked hard, then you start possessing those properties, having houses, getting your fine cars. But it's complete opposite in the United States. Here, you can have everything that you want, and then you start working, to pay all those things. So now it's just complete opposite. Let's say, for instance, you have a very fine car, you have a big house, and then God forbid something happens to you, you cannot work, you are handicapped. How are you going to pay for those mortgages? How are you going to pay for the cars? How are you going to pay for the buildings? How are you going to pay for those assets? And that if you cannot pay back, definitely forget about it. They're going to collect their properties from you. So you have to get proper protection. If you have proper protection, do you know that can offset all those bills? Especially if you cannot work as a result of sickness, you are handicapped, you need long-term care, that can even, make you to go bankrupt. But if you are properly protected, you have an insurance company to pay those huge amounts of money that you cannot even earn in years, that they will pay on your behalf just because you are protected. Proper protection is a lifesaver in the United States and even in Canada. Of course, in Africa it's completely different because you own, you'd have worked all the years before acquiring those. So even when you pass away, your children can inherit it. But it's not like that here. You cannot inherit something that somebody is still paying for. So in order to transfer those properties down to the generation, down your own generational line, you have to get proper protection. Without it, you are sitting on a time bomb. Anything happens to you, all those assets that you claim that you have, you discover they are not even all yours, even after you have been working for 10 years. So you have to, it's just like the 10 virgins in the Bible. The 5 have extra oil, while the 5 don't have. All of them are virgins, meaning that they all have assets, they all have good deeds. But some, they took extra protection alongside. That is how proper protection is. If you don't have that proper protection, if anything happens to you and your oil and the lamp just goes off, then how do you intend to put it on? And then the bridegroom enters. Then you will just be caught off guard. So I would always, encourage, especially my fellow, people that migrated from Africa, to have to imbibe this. It's a culture shock, I know, but it is very important that everybody is properly protected. Ironically, it's very cheap if you are going for the term. We have the one that's like 30 years, 20 years, 15 years, and then we have the one that has cash accumulation. That's the permanent one. If you feel you are not capable of having the permanent one, yes, you can go for the term. It's very, very, cheap. But please, it's like a plea for my fellow sisters and brothers. Please get proper protection and you'll be happy. It does not only give you peace of mind, it also make you to inherit and transfer those properties, those assets down to your beneficiaries. You don't want to see them suffer after you are long gone. You want them to be happy that yes, even when you are living, they are not just you are not just leaving them alone, but you are leaving them with a good future. And that's what proper protection is all about. And thank you for that question. I really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right.